Have you ever wondered why some goalkeepers just seem to have that extra edge? It's probably because they've ditched the bad goalkeeper habits that hold the rest of us back. In this video, I'll reveal those bad goalkeeper habits you might not even know you have. And the best part, you don't need a complete makeover. With just a few simple changes, you'll be saving more shots and surprising your teammates in no time. So you think you got room to improve? Let's find out. And let's kick things off with a bad habit most beginner goalkeepers do without even realizing it. So you found your perfect position in goal, the striker shoots, you see the ball, you dive, but instead of pushing the ball away from the goal, you push it into the goal. See the problem here? That's right, you're diving backwards. And diving backwards isn't doing you any favors, because instead of extending your reach and covering more of the goal, you're actually covering less. You wouldn't reach for something on a shelf while stepping away from it, would you? Of course not. And it's the same when you dive backwards. Plus, when you land awkwardly on your hips, you're setting yourself up for injuries that are completely avoidable. And while I know that diving forward isn't always possible, but when it is, always aim to dive aggressively towards the ball by taking a solid forward power step. And it might feel strange at first, but with practice, you'll soon get the hang of it. And hey, if you're serious about fixing your diving and becoming the best goalkeeper you can be, then check out the link in the description. But for now, let's get back to breaking those bad habits. And here's one that might be costing you big time if you're not careful. Ever been so sure of where the striker will shoot, only to dive way too early and get caught out? And yeah, we've all been there, but it's a habit we need to change. We are goalkeepers, not gamblers. We can't just pick a side and hope for the best, because when you dive or even just lean to one side too early, you're making the striker's job way easier. Now, I'm not saying that you should never dive early. Of course, there will be times when one side of the goal is gaping and the striker only really has one place to shoot. But if you're always guessing and turning every situation into a gamble, you'll end up conceding way too many easy goals. So instead, focus on positioning yourself correctly, keeping your balance and trusting your reactions. This way, you're in charge of the situation and not the striker. Okay, with gambling out of the way, this next bad habit is something we've all been guilty of at some point. Ever found yourself just going through the motions during training, not really giving it your all, or even faking an injury to skip those dreaded running drills? Maybe you think you're saving energy for the big games, or perhaps you're just feeling lazy. But if you think that you can just magically turn it on when it matters, I hate to break it to you, but that's just not how it works. The reality is, how you train is how you play, and if you're not giving your best in training, you won't in games either. Training is where you create your good habits, refine your technique, and push your limits. So the next time you're practicing, get into the habit of giving it your all, be prepared, show up ready to improve, and push yourself like you're aiming to be the best every practice. With this attitude, you'll reach your goals and dreams much faster, because champions are also made in training, not just matches. With laziness and training out of the way, let's break another bad habit that can really affect your performance and even cost you money. And look, as a goalkeeper, your gloves are your best friend, but why do you keep spitting on them? Sure, spitting on your gloves for a better grip might help for a few minutes, but in the long run, it's actually causing more damage than you might think. Think of it like drinking sugary energy drinks to get through a game. It might give you a boost, but you'll crash and burn out soon after. And what's even worse is the smell. No one, and I mean absolutely no one, wants to deal with that. So instead of spitting on your gloves, just pour or spray water on them. This will keep the grip strong and they'll last much longer. But it's not just your spit that's ruining your gloves. How you use your gloves matters too. And getting up after diving using your palms is another glove killer, because your gloves are not made for push-ups, and to make them last longer, try getting up with your fists instead. It might feel awkward at first, but trust me, your gloves and your wallet will thank you. And speaking of getting the most out of your gear, if you want to check out these bad boys, I've left a link in the description. They're already incredible value for money, but if you're looking to get an even better deal, I've left a small discount code in the description. go check them out. Now, let's move on to our last bad habit of the day, and honestly, this one is the most important one. And I remember when I was a young goalkeeper, I just jumped straight into the goal, ready to show off my skills. Then one evening, the night before a big game, I did what I always did, but within the first 10 minutes, I had pulled a muscle and was sidelined for almost 6 weeks. I missed the most important game of the season, and do you know why this happened? I wasn't warming up properly. And skipping your warm-up might seem like it saves time, but it's actually a shortcut to injury. Warming up prepares your muscles, increases your flexibility, and gets your blood pumping. Without it, you're asking for trouble like pulled muscles or other injuries that could have been avoided. It's kind of like trying to use a smartphone without charging it first. It's simply not possible. And when you're done training, don't just hit the showers. Cool down, stretch, and give your body the recovery time it really needs. Because at the end of the day, a well-prepared keeper is a better keeper. It's about being consistent, reliable, and available for your team, and you simply can't do that if you're constantly nursing injuries. So make warming up and cooling down into a habit. You'll be amazed how much better you feel and how much longer you can play. And now that we covered these bad habits, I really want to hear from you. Which one do you struggle the most with? Is it any of these, or is it maybe something else? Drop a comment down below. And if you didn't know, this is actually part 2 of my bad goalkeeping habits. And if you missed the first part, go click this video for even more tips and insights. This is Christian, signing off from Ground Glory. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in this video.